Hello.
Hello, Ushi.
Hello, teacher. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking, Shi. I hope you're fine.
Let me
So
say the video.
now I have some questions for you. So first question of the day or the night. What first, how do you feel?
Fast. I feel okay.
You feel okay. Second question. What did we talk about in our last class?
Last time we talked about how to talk the time.
All right. So we were talking about that. And let me see here. So I think I also gave you a homework, right?
Yeah. You say may talk about my daily
Daily routine, right?
routine.
All right, that's right. So let me see. Are you ready to talk about your daily routine?
I'm so tired. So my homework very
You're tired?
yeah.
Okay. Do you
So
think
let's talk about my daily
routine?
how I can pronounce
Routine.
routine
That's right.
routine routine.
Daily routine. That's right.
So on weekdays I get up early in the morning, maybe around at 6 a.m. So at 6 a.m. but I still in bed to 6:30 a.m. After
6:30
that,
a.m. After
yeah,
that,
after that I take a shower. It really makes me up.
okay, I take a shower. Okay, so something I want you to do and the pronunciation, all right? Pronunciation of the words. When you pronounce, I want you to be like your speech is like all at once. For example, not to stop too much, like in that pronunciation of the word. What if you do it this way? Look at this. In the pronunciation of the words, and it's gonna help you with your fluency. You do it better, like in the pronunciation of the words, all right? And it's gonna be better. Got it? Let me see.
After that, I take a shower. It really makes me up, and I dress. I make breakfast with some toast,
I
and
have,
then
okay, you have breakfast.
yeah, with some toast, and then I go. I walk. I walk to bus stop. I go to work by bus.
All right.
Yeah,
You
I
take the
start to
bus.
work.
You take the bus. Okay.
I start to work at 8 a.m.
You start working at a 8
8 a.m.
a.m. All right. And you finish
And at midday, at midday, I mean,
midday.
at midday, I have lunch with my company friends, and then I take a nap in my room, in my office.
Okay. Fantastic. Let me see. After that,
Usually finish work.
yes.
And I
She
usually finish work at I 5:30 p.m.
5:30 p.m. All right. So you finish working at 5:30 p.m. All right. That is in the okay, in the afternoon, almost evening, late afternoon. All right. Then after 5:30 p.m. when you finish working, what else do you do?
After I finish working, I go back to my home and cook dinner. Sometimes I miss my bus or I must have to all the time. I will call my husband by my cell phone,
Okay,
and
you're a hostman.
yeah,
Okay.
can, he help me take care my children, and he can cook a dinner
Oh,
sometimes.
nice, nice. Sometimes he does. Wow, he
Also,
has talent.
yeah. Also, sometimes we are going to restaurant near
Oh,
my
restaurants.
apartment. Yeah, near my apartment.
Okay,
My
sounds very good.
my favorite time of a day is the evenings
Oh, the
because
evening.
yeah, it's time for relaxation and enjoyment with my family.
Okay, it's a relaxing time for you and to enjoy with your family, right?
Over this time the weather is very nice. I feel very relaxed.
It's very relaxing, all right? Okay, because the weather is
Yeah.
not hot, it's just fresh, and then you can enjoy with your family. Okay, that sounds very
Sunday.
good.
Yeah, on Sunday I get up very late. And after that I go to shopping. I clear my apartment. I Google some information. I read
The newspaper.
new paper, and I go to chatting with my friend, or share some my chicken for with my parent.
Okay, say this one more time, the last part. Can you say the last part one more time? Can you repeat it?
That's
Yeah, the last
you
part you say, the last part. You say you go, so you mentioned chicken, something like that. Can you say it?
go shopping.
Oh,
I,
shopping, shopping. You go
I go
shopping.
shopping.
Okay.
Yeah, I go shopping. I clean my apartment.
Oh, you clean your apartment, you go shopping, you clean your apartment. That's
I go,
nice.
and then I Google some information in the internet.
Okay.
And
You okay, you go in the internet and then you Google some information.
chatting with my friend, and share some my chicken photo with my parents.
Okay. You mentioned chicken, like a chicken.
Children, I mean
Oh,
my son.
okay,
I mean
children,
my son.
children, children.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
because
mistake. I mistake.
that's right, no problem. That's fine. Never mind. Okay, so
Yeah.
your children, all right? And then let me ask you something, all right? So then after that, what do you do? All right. What's happened with your children? What do you do? Do you go to bed? Do you just wait for some minutes and then watch TV? Or do you listen to music on bed? What do you do at the end of the day?
You can write your question.
Yeah. What else do you do at night at the end of
Ah,
the day? For example, during the night hours. Let's
nice.
say
Oh,
10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 p.m.
at most the time in the evening from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. I spend for my listening, my learning English.
Oh, okay. You also take some time to study English, right?
I listen to music. I read and story. I reading story.
Oh, short
I
stories. You start reading short stories. Let me ask you something. Do you enjoy reading books and stories? Do you like reading?
Yes, I very like reading. I like the best mango books. Do you know mango book?
Mango books
Mango
is
man, is come from Japanese.
oh, in
Mango.
fact, I haven't heard it before, but I'm gonna Google it. Yeah, mango books. Let me see. That sounds interesting to me. Let me see here.
It is a kind of the e comic book.
Oh, it's a comic book. Let me see.
Kind of the comic book.
Or do you read this in Vietnamese or in English?
Vietnam, English, English. And
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna Google it in real time right now. Oh, is
I
this
think
one
when
the Great Manga Book?
manga book had a picture to tell you the story.
Let me see. I have some choices over here. Manga book.
Yeah.
All right, it's a storybook. Okay. So this type of, okay, actually it's a type of book, right? That tells stories. Is that what you tell me?
Also has mango cafe book.
Oh,
Cafe.
nice. Oh, nice. But especially that's for stories, right? Short stories. Sounds very good.
It's
I love your routine.
short story.
Okay, I see here that you balance your time a lot. All right. So let's just refresh. All right, let's continue with the next class. Look at this. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, so let me just tell you this. All right. So look at this sheet. At this time, we are, right, we are going to be working with this vocabulary. We are going to refresh some of the contents of the vocabulary we covered before. So I would like you to read this vocabulary and let me see how you pronounce the words or the phrases rather. The first one,
Get up.
get up.
Get up.
I get up. So what is the next one?
I get up.
Yeah, and what is the next? I take
a shower.
I take a shower. All right. Say it again one more time.
Take a shower.
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 All
I
right.
take a shower.
Shower. No sa. It's gonna be sha. I take a shower.
I take a shower.
That's right. Next one.
I get dressed.
I get dressed. All right. Next one.
I had breakfast.
I had breakfast. All right. So next one.
I go to work.
Okay. I go to work. And what is the next one? Work.
I start was at 9 a.m.
Okay. I think I will need to help you with some pronunciations over here. So repeat this one, please. I go to work.
I go to work.
To work. Because if you say walk, it's like when you go walking. But if you say work.
I walk to work.
Work. This one is walk. It's work. Look at this. Working. Work. That's right. Okay, the next one. I start. Start.
Start. I
Start.
start.
That's right. I start working or I start work at 9.
Start work at 9.
Okay, next one.
I have lunch.
Lunch.
I have lunch.
That is correct. I have lunch. And what is the other one? I watch.
Watch TV.
I watch TV. And then after this,
I go to bed.
yeah, I go to bed. All right. And then after that, what's next?
I finish work.
I finish work. And then after this one,
I arrive home.
and after this, once they arrive home,
I have dinner.
they have dinner, okay? Or I have dinner. Well done. I think you did it very well. Fantastic. So let's continue here. Let me show you. Look at this. There we have in a scenario over here. We have different things, different pictures. And I would like you to tell me which one is the correct phrase. Corresponding to the E, obviously, corresponding to the pictures. What is the first one? Number 1, what is it?
Take a shower.
Okay, take a shower. That is correct. Number 2, what is number 2 doing?
Get up. Get up.
Okay, get up, all right? Get up at 6 a.m. Let me see. And what about number 3? What is number 3 doing?
Eat breakfast.
Okay, he was eating breakfast. That's right. So let's continue with this one. What is number 4 about?
Drink coffee.
Okay, well done. Drink coffee. Drink coffee. And then number 5, what do you think that is?
Go to bed.
Go to bed. And then you're going to be sleeping like, oh, I'm tired. I came from my workplace. All right, go to bed. Okay, so this is what everybody do. All right, this is what everybody does, right? Going to bed, something which is very common. All right, well done, She. Let's continue. Let's talk about adverbs of frequency. Look at this. There we have different phrases that we use in our daily interaction or in our common interaction. Depending of this interaction or depending of this adverbs of frequency, we are going to use them. For example, if you use never, what is going to be the percent of never? Never is never. So it stands for 0%. All right. What about rarely? What is the percent, all right, of use of the word rarely? Rarely. Can you tell me?
5%.
5%, which means that you rarely do things. You rarely do things. And what about seldom? How frequent do you use seldom? Can you see it here?
Yes, I say 10%.
10%. All right. Occasionally.
30%.
30%. Sometimes.
30%.
All right. Sometimes. How frequent?
50%.
50%, which means that you sometimes do something or you sometimes don't. All right. So often or frequently.
70%.
70, all right. 70%. And what about normal or generally?
80%.
80%, that's right. And what about usually?
90%.
Usually means pretty much the majority of time, all right? And always, that's absolute.
100%.
100%. Now let's see some examples. I'm gonna mention, yeah?
Can you share me this picture?
Oh yeah, absolutely, right now.
Yeah.
That is very important to you. So this way is the frequency, how you use the adverbs of frequency in the context of the conversation. I'm gonna do it right now.
I will use them to ask my staff.
I'm gonna ask you now. Now I am going to ask you to tell me the sentences in the context of the conversation. Allow me just 1 second. She, just real quick. I'm gonna be sharing this to you. Oh, what's happened? Let me see here. I'm just looking for your.
What happened? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But what will you do?
Now I'm sharing to you. I'm sharing to you the. Let me see. I'm sharing to you the picture. Okay, here it is. Let me know if you got it, Chi. Can you see it?
Let me check. Let me check. Let me check.
Okay. Now you got it. Do let me know if you get it.
I still
Did you get it?
not yet.
I see that it's been received. Okay. Anything yet?
Yes, I receive. I receive. I
Okay, you
receive.
received it. All right. So look at this. So look at that. Now we're gonna practice these sentences. All right, with the frequency that we need to use it. All right. So look at that. So tell me one sentence with never. I would like you to tell me the sentence with never.
Never listen to rock music.
I never listen to rock music. What about you, Chi? Do you ever
Never go
never?
out at midnight. I never go out at midnight.
All right. Rarely. Can you tell me something with this one? Okay, remember the pronunciation. I never go out at midnight. All right.
At midnight. At
Midnight.
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 It's not gonna be miss because if you say you miss, then you're saying that you miss like someone can understand that you miss somebody. But you say like, oh, mid, all right, midnight.
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 Uh,
Midnight.
mid, mid, mid.
Midnight.
Okay. So let me see. What else do you rarely do, or what else do you seldom do?
I rarely listen to radio.
Okay, and something that you seldom do?
It's breakfast so late.
Oh, eat breakfast so late. This is something you seldom do. Okay, something that you do occasionally. Is there something you occasionally do? Any opinion? Any opinion? Like you say, okay, for example, Chi, do you go to the gym? Well, I occasionally go to the gym, but not all the time. So is there something that you occasionally do?
I don't understand your question.
Let me write it for you here. Look at this. Is there something that you occasionally Look at there. Is there something that you
There's
occasionally
something
do?
not you. I don't know the meaning of say of occasion.
Occasional, which means like sometimes or sometimes, all right? Almost like sometimes, but not the same. Look at this. Occasionally is like every so often, all right? That is occasional. Let me see. Is there
There's
some?
something that you
Okay,
có phải
okay.
phải
Let me see. Something that you sometimes do. You can follow these examples. Oh, you're gonna write it? Let me see.
I don't know. I don't know how to
Oh, I don't
answer.
know how to answer. Okay, so let me see. You don't know how to answer. Like, for example, I'm gonna tell you something that I occasionally do. I occasionally go to the park. Occasionally. Almost like sometimes I occasionally go to the park. I occasionally go to the supermarket. I occasionally take the subway, for example. Is there something that you occasionally do? She? This one.
Some
Let me see here. Maybe I can find this word in Vietnamese. Look at that.
understand and I really understand the
Oh, you got it?
okay, yeah, but I listening I am
You're trying
thinking
to
how I
organize
can
the idea.
make a sentence say for you.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Organize your idea. No problem. Take your time, analyze, organize your idea.
Because you know, usually you use usually, always, normally, often, sometimes, but I really don't like the optionary.
You really don't use occasionally. Is that pretty much the way how you use it in the sentence is the same pretty much. For example, I sometimes do something. I occasionally do something. You see? It's like occasionally it's almost like sometimes, almost. Not the same, but almost.
So I can say I also listen to music. Okay.
You mean you can say I occasionally listen to music. Is that correct? Is that what you said? Is that what you said? She?
I think it is correct.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Now let's continue. Then later when we finish the class, I will give you a homework with this so that you can practice this as much as you can, all right? Look at this. So linking words, that's a very, very important in English. If you want to be fluent in English, that is gonna be very important. Look at this. Here we have some linking words. We have before, we have then, we have after, we have after that, we have finally, first, second, and third. Listen to this. So can you listen, can you read this part before? These examples before?
Before I go to school, going to school. usually have breakfast.
I usually have breakfast. Number 1, then.
Then, on weekend,
On weekends,
I often do morning exercise. Then I take a shower.
oh, that's me. That's what I do. I do that as well. I do a morning exercise on the weekend when I have time. So let me see here. All right, after.
After getting back home, I get home. I cooking dinner. I cook dinner. After getting back home, I cook dinner.
Okay, after getting back home, okay, I get home, I cook dinner. Sounds very good. After that,
I sometimes have lunch at 12 p.m. Hmm?
okay, I sometimes have lunch at 12 p.m. After that,
After that, I take a rest.
you take a rest. All right, so sounds good.
After that, I take a nap.
Fantastic. All right, you take a nap for how long? 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
Oh, nice. It's a quarter of an hour. You take a 15-minute naps and then you refresh. All right, you get energy. Then finally, okay, what can you say?
Finally, I go to bed at 10 p.m.
Okay, so now let me show you something. Let's talk about sequence. All right, when we're talking sequence, pay attention to this. That is gonna be very important. All right. So here is when we're talking sequence. For example, when you say first, second, third. Example. Look at this. I want you to read this example.
First, I want to I want to talk about to you about myself. The second, the second, I can say with you some my kiss photo. The third, I will
Oh,
say you my number.
okay. I will tell you. I will tell you. I will tell you
I,
my number.
yeah,
All
I
right.
will.
Or I will give you. All right. Or I will give you. That's gonna be fine. The thing is that if you use all of these connectors in the conversation, you make it speak better English because you're gonna be like fish into the water. You're gonna be like, oh, before I started my class with an intelligent student, well known as she. Then after that, she was learning English very good. And after that, she told me, Teacher Alexis, I want our class always to be like this, very conversational. Finally, she learned the lesson very well. You know, that is gonna be a proper way to use it. Then in other contexts, you can have the interaction this way. Like first, I consider that she is very important in this class. Second, all right, my opinion about she is that she's learning all the lessons. All right. Third, she's a very disciplined student. You know, and this way we speak in sequence, right? This is what we call in English speaking in sequence, and we use the linking words. We have before, we have then,
This
after, and then
after that,
after that, and this one,
finally,
and then you have obviously first, second, and third.
second.
Okay, so now look at this, Chi. We are going to complete these sentences with the correct verb, all right, or the correct phrase. I mean, the correct expression. Okay,
I often, generally, I often
I often go to work by car,
go to work by
but
car.
I
Yes, I occasionally
but I Occasionally.
Occasionally. Occasionally.
Occasionally. All right. Next one, number 2. I don't like baths. I
Usually take a shower.
Okay, I always take a shower. All right. I always take a shower. Let me see the next one.
Always take a shower.
All right. All right.
I never eat breakfast.
That is correct. I never eat breakfast. That's
I eat a
0%.
lunch.
Okay, next one. Let me see. 80%.
I normally study every day, but today
Okay.
I am work.
I normally study every day. Okay. That's fine. Let me see the next one. All right, she 10%. What is that?
Rarely
I rarely drink coffee. I prefer tea.
coffee.
All
I
right.
tea.
Do you like coffee?
Yeah, I like coffee. I
Oh,
don't like tea.
oh, you don't like tea. Sounds good. Look at this. You can also say seldom. All right. Seldom is kind of like rarely.
Seldom.
Oh, it's pretty much like that. So let me show you something here. So we are going to practice this and you're going to tell me, all right, your opinion. Listen and rewrite, okay? Listen and write the sentences that contain the following adverbs of frequency. Listen to this, okay? Which one do you think, okay? Can you read always?
I always get up early in the morning.
Okay, let me see. There you can have some example. I don't know, examples, I'm sorry. I don't know if you are able to see it. Like we're always, it's more letters.
I always get at the hotel. Yes,
All right.
usually stay for 1 week or 2 weeks.
Okay, and what about never or rarely? What about never? I never or I rarely.
Go out at midnight. I never go swimming.
You never go swimming?
I don't know swimming,
Oh,
so
you don't know how to do it.
I afraid.
You feel afraid. All right, and what about usually? What can you tell me about usually?
Usually chatting with my friend.
Okay, you usually chat with your friends.
With my friend.
And what about often?
I often play chess with Chinese partner.
Okay, let me see. I think the meeting is going to disconnect just in case. Let me see. Chi, give me just 1 second. I'll try to access from my phone real quick. Let me see if I can get from here real quick. It's going to take us out of the meeting. All right. What I'm going to do is to access real quick from the link. I don't want it to get disconnected because I just programmed 45 minutes. I'm going to access from here. Okay. Real quick. All right. I saved the meeting. If you get disconnected, just come in.